This week on Hunting University, Dirt and Charlie both put the hammer down on a big old Alabama gobbler, and Dirt finds himself in hot pursuit of a Florida gator on the St. James River.
I'm looking at a buck with the rack so tall. I have to raise my ceiling just to get him on the wall. He's right where I want him, got him in my sights. I grab my bow and let the arrow fly. My heart's pumping fast, but my nerves are still. This seems like a dream, but I know it's for real. Charlie and Dirt gonna let it ride from early in the morning till late at night. When it comes to hunting, everything you need to know is here on the Hunting University Show.
It's time for Hunting University with Charlie Ingram and Dirt King. Hunting University is brought to you by CZ USA, Hornady, Mid-South Shooter Supply, Heavy Shot, and Laser Genetics. We join Dirt in Florida as he and his guide David Watson start out the evening spotting alligators along the St. James River.
It's an incredibly fun trip. You get the opportunity to ride in these magnificent machines. Their airboats are just terrific. These old Tennessee guys like me, we can drive an airboat a little bit, but that's really pushing the statement. Now, David, on the other hand, he is skilled with this thing, man. Wherever he needs to stop, if he needs to 180 right that second, he can do it. You'll enjoy the ride as much as you do anything else. There he is. There he is. See him right there. See him right there. He's going on. Now he's on around the bend.
If the alligator submerges, Dirt's hoping to snare him with a fishing rod and bring him back to the surface.
This is the right place if you like riding airboats and looking at big alligators. All right, let's go.
Gator hunting in Florida starts 1 hour before sunset. This is the perfect time to see big gators heading out to feed for the night. And Dirt just happens on one about to make a play on a big bird. Lucky for the bird, Dirt showed up just in the nick of time.
Man, that one slipped on us.
That's a good one too.
Good alligator, buddy.
Seeing a good-sized gator this early in the evening was a good sign. But as day turned to night, Dirt and David had to rely on using a spotlight to locate their prey.
This one up here, he went down. There's another one. See that one out in the open water?
You know, it's like anything else when you're with one of these professional guys. That may not be the alligator we're looking for. Let's go look at 863 more. And then he'll say, get him now. Got him. This is a limb saver moment. Must have been a pretty good hit because he hadn't even jerked the float out of the boat yet, but we're going to try to see if we can get a good look at him. Hang on, this may get hairy. Let me get on this side. There he is right there. Yep, he went under us, didn't he?
Yep.
I'm off of him. Did you get a good hit on him?
I'm sure I did.
Oh, I'm telling you, buddy, that's about as exciting thing as you can do. You know what? These ESP earplugs, that's a handy thing. That engine's pretty loud, my friend.
After using his limb saver to put an arrow into the gator, Dirt followed up with what's called a bang stick to immobilize the animal.
There you go.
That's some tape there, sure is.
Taping the alligator's mouth shut is just one more precaution. It's one that you'll find can be a real lifesaver if the bang stick didn't quite do its job.
No, we won't be using this arrow again.
No, sure won't. Tell you what I'm gonna do. This one's already had alligator training. Nice.
Broke that arrow right off in him.
Broke the arrow. Did you ever try to break one of these solid arrows?
I'll tell you, yeah. Usually when you hit something like that, there's got to be a good bone. You hit them good to break that off.
You know, it came in handy up here on the front, and that looks like it's going to come in handy on the back.
10-4.
If you love bow hunting as much as we do, you stay tuned because we're going to show you some more of these big old alligators from Titusville, Florida. You know, I hunted Okeechobee a time or two, and we were into really good gators. And you know that they showed us a film down there how many people actually get injured by these things. I noticed you got that roll of tape out. What's that for?
Well, this is tape his mouth. No matter how good you bang stick him, how good he's hit, you always tape his mouth up.
Yeah.
Last night we went out and got on a gator and told the gentleman to bang stick him. Well, when he did, he just pushed it and it went off. What happened was the bang stick slid. And so I told him when we brought him up, I said, we're gonna tape him up. We taped him up, got him in the boat, looked at the gator and said, this gator just knocked out. Because what happened is the bang stick, when he pushed it, slid on his head and ricocheted right off his skull.
Wow.
So we had him taped up and we had him under control.
So you had one laying there going, just wait a minute, boys.
Yeah, he was.
It's day 2 on the St. James River, and Dirt and his guide David Watson are about to go after gator number 2.
Well, you know, not being an authority on alligators, when you see this alligator, that alligator, and another several hundred of them, you're thinking, well, maybe there's not one out here for old Dirt. And then when you see one, and he says, get it, there won't be any question because it's like seeing a 200-point deer or a 130 deer. There is no doubt when you see it. Very important that you hunt with somebody who knows what they're doing. Not only just because of the regulations, but the equipment. And these are predators, by the way. Nope, I don't see the weeds moving.
There he is, right there in the weeds, right there. Right there.
Right where? No, wait a minute, put your light here. That's him right there, isn't it?
Yep, shoot him. Got him.
Still going.
We need to get that harpoon definitely here in this grass.
Uh-oh, we got a hang up here. All right, I got him, go ahead. Okay, you better get him because he's getting ready to act a fool. You want me to bang stick him? You go, sir? Well, I can't see him good, but that's it right there, isn't it? Woo, baby doll. I like this alligator hunting pretty good. Very nice alligator, very nice alligator. I don't know where the arrow is now.
Yeah, it was a good shot. It's right in the brain. I'm gonna let you pull his head up just a little bit, just bend his head over.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna sever that jugular vein.
Okay.
On gators of any size, it's always good to take as many precautions as you can, but especially on the larger ones. One swipe from a tail could break a man's leg.
Oh, here we go. Coming in. Coming in. Limb saver worked that time too, didn't it? You gotta have enough horsepower. Dave, let's measure this thing. All right, buddy.
Probably 9.6.
9.6. Well, that's a good deal. Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Let me tell you something, Dave and Dan have got a really, really good operation. Great airboats. I'm telling you, it's magnificent. If you didn't do anything else, just take a ride in the airboat. It's a magnificent trip. But if you've got interest in bow hunting, catching them on rod and reel or harpoon, you can go to Hunting University. It'll be a direct link over to Dave Watson.
AlligatorandHogHunt.com.
There you go.
Butler, Alabama is home to a vast landscape of prime hunting locations, and today Charlie is on the Pushmataha plantation hoping to make his acquaintance with one of the residents there, an Alabama thunder chicken.
Sit here by this cow pasture since daylight and we hadn't seen anything, so we're gonna go scout. See if we can find some tracks with a turkey in them. That's the best kind of tracks you can find. I don't know why that's turkey or some lower Alabama varmint. Sure looks like where a turkey scratched up. I don't know. You know, turkey hunting to me is sort of like deer hunting. You got to put in the time looking as much as you do hunting. We probably looked at 15 green fields and they were in all of them.
After making a good sweep of the area for sign, Charlie landed on a spot that seemed to have the most activity. His hopes of setting up in the right location would prove out soon enough, but not until morning. For now, it was time to call it a day.
Ought to be about time, you know. I hear one. I think the best thing to do when you got one that close is not do anything. I might make one little tree lay up. Yep, that's it. He's really close. There he goes. There he is. He sees the decoy. Man, did you see that? That heavy shot left that Alabama turkey, I mean good. Got a pretty nice spur on him. I'd say he's 3.5 years old and he's heavy. You know, I think Alabama's got the smartest turkeys in the world. If you don't believe it, you just come down here and hunt them. They'll make you look like a real monkey sometimes. Irregardless of where you turkey hunt, you should always use heavy shot. It'll reach out there and just get them a little further. And now, the people at Heavy Shot have made a choke tube just especially to shoot the heavy shot load. It's made for each individual gun. In other words, mine's made for this S10E12. But if you've got a Benelli or Remington, whatever, they have a choke tube that'll make your performance much greater with the heavy shot. If you got a hankering to come in early spring and have a great turkey hunt, then I can't think of a better place than Pushmataha Plantation in Butler, Alabama. That turkey's gonna get heavy by the time I get back to the truck. Today on Hunting University, we're with Mr. Mark Ezell with Pushmataha Plantation in Alabama. And you know what I like about coming to Alabama, Mr. Ezell, is everything happens at a different time it does anywhere else. You come down here and you deer hunt, and the best hunting is December, January, when most of the parts of the country it's October and November. What makes Pushmataha, I think, so good is the fact that you really do this for the deer, don't you?
We primarily do. We plant in the summer and spring and summer, and then harvest a lot of it. We plant corn for the deer, and we plant soybeans for the deer, and then we're working year round just trying to do it. And this time of the year we're trying to feed the deer because, you know, the winter's over and this is when they really need the food.
You've got about 200 food plots planted just for the deer.
That's correct, but also the turkeys use them in the spring too.
You got 16,000 acres of the best turkey and deer habitat that I think you can find in Alabama. Mr. Ezell enhances that habitat and it really helps the deer. You can come here and hunt one of those 200 green fields, and I noticed you've got a lot of ladder stands out in the big oak bottoms and things too.
Right, we have about 200 morning stands also. We hunt on land all the way from the Mississippi line all the way to the Tombigbee rivers. So you've got swamp land, you've got hill land, you've got clear cuts, we've got a little bit of all of it. But there's several different species of deer, and the deer rut during different times. Our season is the longest season around. We hunt until January the 31st.
The deer hunting is later and the turkey hunting is definitely earlier than it is most parts of the country. You know, we come down here in March and open the season, and then we go back to Tennessee and Kentucky and Indiana and places where it opens in April and goes all the way through the middle of May.
That's correct, Charlie, and the end of January is when the prime hunting is really here.
Well, you know, you've got a great facility here and a great place to hunt and a great place to stay, and no doubt some of the best southern cooking you'll enjoy anywhere in this part of the world is right here at Pushmataha Plantation.
We join Dirt as we flash back to one of his trips to the Pushmataha Plantation. Dirt and his guide Adrian have spotted a gobbler and are attempting to set up just off the edge of a clear cut with hopes of calling him in.
That's too close. I thought he was going to run by us. Adrian, I really appreciate you, man. You did a good job. Called this one just right.
Well, another successful day of hunting comes to an end at the Pushmataha Plantation. But for Dirt, it's another memory. A memory he'll not soon forget, the day the steamroller gobbler came running through.